Oh.
And we are live. Good evening, good evening, good evening, folks. I am joined by some awesome and possibly deadly ladies tonight. My own girlfriend, the gorgeous Jen Mitchell, the absolutely legendary and awesome Wabanashi, and the absolutely magnificent Ethel Cross. And we are going to be discussing Hitwomen and... No, okay, I gotta rephrase that because as Mads pointed out to me, someone could misconstrue this as a spousal abuse stream. It's not. Hitwomen as in...
Don't make me walk into the door again. I'll do the take better.
Badass kind of assassin. Gee, badass assassins and henchwomen, and there's been some cool ones. There's been some good ones, some evil ones. And I think the old adage, the female of the species is more deadlier than the male, and I think it is absolutely perfectly exemplified in some of these movies. Jen, is there, just before we go into certain types of stuff, why do you think women make kind of cooler, better assassins or better kind of hench people than men?
Because I think the reason why is because we use like things that could be considered disadvantages into our advantages, like certain stereotypes that some men have, we can use against you guys. Like if we need to be the sexy femme fatales, we can. Hello, Brian. Hello, Mac. We can be. We can use our tears and cry. Like we can do a lot of stuff that maybe men can't do as well as women can do. And I think generally women are a little more patient. Like not all women. I'm definitely an exception to that rule, but most women are usually very patient, and we are a little cooler and calmer sometimes, or at least in the short game, we can go crazy. And then, but when you piss us off, like piss off a woman, Marty, and like we'll spend years to get back, and we'll create fake families, fake friends, fake IDs, whatever it has to do to get you back. Men will just beat the shit out of each other and maybe kill you. Women will fucking hurt you. I love you, darling.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, babe. Thanks. Wabi, why do you think women make better assassins and kind of hench people than guys?
You know what the main reason is? We're always underestimated. Nobody ever sees us as a threat.
Yep.
So there you go.
I agree.
And do you think the kind of, as Jen was saying as well, your feminine wiles kind of, the kind of honey trap thing works?
Well, it's amazing how quickly you can make somebody stop thinking critically and start thinking with their genitals. You know, it's a thing.
Yeah, exactly. Or do the helpless, you know, and tears can also work as good as a hard-on. Tears can be your best friend just as much as a hard-on.
I need a white knight to come save me.
Yes, or even the dumb aspect, like playing like, you know, the dumb stereotype. Oh, I you know, because your guard will be put down basically.
I do love bimbos. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I swear, it's like being the Jar Jar Binks of women. You're like hot Jar Jar Binks. You're like, I don't know any better.
How do you take the safety off?
Yeah.
Ethel, why do you think women make better kind of assassins and hench people in movies?
Well, it's the element of surprise, because like has been said, you're going to be underestimated, and you're going to be taken for granted that it's just a woman, like what's she doing, you know, like. There's the trope of the surprise kill, you know, where it's just like, oh, I'm lost. I was looking for this location. Can you show me? And then boom, out of nowhere, you know, she nails him with in the back of the head with a truncheon, or you know, you shoot him with a gun. It depends on the movie, but you know that's a trope, and then there's the whole art of seduction thing. Mm-hmm. Again, you're talking somebody and distracting them. Like that guy's not going to see you, you know, slip the deadly arsenic in his drink. No.
Not while you're motorboating him, he's not.
Or he's looking down your, or if you're bending down and he's looking down your cleavage.
Oh, dude, I use that move in Dungeons and Dragons all the time because I have a tall character, so I'm like, I will bend forward to say hello. Yeah.
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? So I'm gonna start with Jen, and I'm gonna go around. Jen, what do you think is the best kind of female assassin or hitwoman or henchwoman kind of character or movie that focuses on them?
Okay, this might be a little controversial, but Tarantino borrowed a lot from this movie. I guess one of them could be La Femme Nikita or Kill Bill, but I'm actually going to go with a movie from 1973 called Thriller, A Cruel Picture. Now, you could argue that this movie isn't really an assassin, but she learns. It's about a young mute girl, and she has trauma, and that's why she went mute, and then she gets raped, and all these horrible things happen, and she takes a ride from this pimp to school one day, and he hooks her on heroin, and she has to do very horrible things. You know, it's a rape exploitation film, but she eventually from another prostitute gets strength, and she decides that she's going to escape, and this prostitute that she becomes friends with gets murdered, and that's when she's like, okay, I fucking had enough. She takes martial arts lessons and things, and she basically just waits and gets everybody back, all of the customers and the pimp. And it's a very brutal and violent movie. And I find that very interesting when we have a reason to turn into what we've turned into. I think that's a very compelling reason. So Tarantino based the character in Kill Bill, not Uma Thurman's character, but Daryl Hannah's character off of this main character.
Favorite kill of hers in the movie, Jen?
The ending with the pimp where she puts him in a hole in the ground, and then she tightens a rope. She leaves out his neck and stuff, and she tightens the rope, and she literally strangles him to death. The thought of not being able to breathe is a very scary thought to me. So and she just does it very calmly, and I like it. And she saved the worst one for last. It's her pimp, so that's the worst one for last. There's some really brutal scenes in the picture.
Any other character you want to bring up, or any other movie, or?
Yeah, there's actually a few. Another one, and again, I don't know if this is exactly what you're looking for. I could talk about Gina Davis and The Long Kiss Goodnight, because I think that's more of what you were looking for, Marty. And it kind of takes a harkens to fucking The Bourne Identity, because she doesn't remember she doesn't remember what she is, and she's a school teacher, but she's having flashbacks of another life, and it's pretty good. Samuel L. Jackson's in that one. That one's a really good one. It's from 96, I believe, 96. Another one that came out in 2018. I'm sorry, I'm not going to take up everybody's time, but I really do want to talk about this one called The Vigilant. This is probably my favorite of this trope, where a woman who was abused by her husband, and he kills her son, and she escapes from him, and she goes out and helps other women that are in the same similar situations, domestic abuses, and she helps these women dispatch their husbands or their abusers. And at the end, she has to confront her abusive ex-husband who killed her son in a very horrific manner.
Hey, Jen, speaking about all this, have you seen the new show? It's called The Power.
I've heard of it, though. I know.
I think you would really like it, because all of these things kind of like each lady in the story has their own, story, and it's like the things you've been mentioning. I'm like, oh, there's a character like that, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a character like that too. You definitely would like it.
I will definitely check, because I've heard of it, and it sounds really good. It's based off books, isn't it, or a comic? Yeah, thought so. Yeah.
My guy friends like to make fun of it, because when the girls get their powers, they get little like nerve things in their chest, and they keep calling them their chest. Haha, very funny, guys, and zap you.
Reminds me of a porno about a Frankenstein, and they recharge her through her tits. It kind of reminds me of that. Oh, Miss 45, I do have that Trenchy. I do have Miss 40. Marty, Trenchy's asking if Miss 45 will count.
Again, she's not a professional hit woman as such. She's more a vigilante, but yeah, that could be considered. Jen, give the rundown for that one as well, in case anyone wants to know what it's about. Check it out.
It's another movie that's a rape exploitation film, and this girl gets raped, and she dresses up. The most iconic scene in this movie is she dresses up as a nun, and she just dispatches all these people that raped her in very horrific ways. It's a lot. It's very similar to a Spit on Your Grave. It really is in a lot of ways. It's except we're in a city instead of in the backwoods. But it's been compared to Spit on Your Grave. It's a good one, and I would say it counts. But this is Marty's stream, so I'm going to defer to his opinion. But I think it's a cool one. And again, for me, I like it when characters have it's cool when they're just there's other movies out there that they just kind of become an assassin, like Point of No Return, where Bridget Fonda, she was a killer. They save her life and make her become one and stuff. But I find it more compelling like this, when they have a reason to go after people. For me personally.
Yeah, that one is a remake of La Femme Nikita, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, some people say a bad one, but I like it. And one more, Leon the Professional is another one that I think, even though that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I like Leon the Professional a lot because it is about a hitman, and she does want to learn the skill of his trade. And again, she's also about revenge for her family. So, but I'll let everyone else. I'm sorry, I'm taking up too much time.
No. Like, we kind of had two kind of opposite opinions about that, but you were saying that it's not just the affection she has for him. She's clever enough to utilize his affection for her to get what she wants.
Yes, and I'm not saying she didn't have affection for it, but I think she also had, there was a little bit of, she's like, oh, this is advantageous because, because I can learn from this guy. I can pick up some skills and stuff. I mean, I want vengeance. This guy knows a thing or two about vengeance and killing people. So.
Wobbs, is there any movie or animes or TV shows that has anyone seen Killing? Have you seen Killing Eve, Wobbs? Actually, no.
No, I don't think I have. That sounds familiar though.
Jodie Cromer's in it. I'll get to it later. But Wobbs, when you think of kind of badass kind of hit women and assassins and stuff, is there any kind of movies that come to mind or shows?
The first thing that, of course, came to mind was Kill Bill because I was obsessed with that movie when it came out. And then I was thinking about it more because it is kind of like, it could either be a very loose definition or a very stringent definition, depending on how you want to see. Because at first I was like, okay, I really like Go-Go from Kill Bill, but she's not really an assassin. She's more of a bodyguard. But I mean, she does kill people anyway. So then I was even sitting here thinking what's the difference? And then I was thinking back to Dollhouse, and I had to Google Dollhouse because I was like, I remember that show, but I don't remember what she was actually trying, what her job was on the show. I just remember she was kicking ass.
Her job was to do what she was hired out to do, which sometimes could be kicking ass. Sometimes she's going on fancy dates or motorcycle races, like in the first episode where she was on a motorcycle date. This is weird.
Yeah, that was an interesting series because it was essentially they were brainwashed, and you could have a dominatrix. She could. It was like Joe 90. Christ Almighty! I'm probably kind of doing a deep cut here, but there was a show called Joe 90 where this kid had memories. It was a fucking marionette, but they had memories put in. So she could be the perfect dominatrix, the perfect assassin, the perfect soldier. That was a great show. It only got 2 seasons, I think. But Wobbs, yeah, Go Yubara does count because she's a henchwoman as well.
I just always thought her character was super fucking cool. And perfect example of she looks like a little schoolgirl, so nobody thinks she's actually scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hiding in plain sight.
I think that the good and bad thing was Tarantino saw I forget the actress's name, Chica Barry. I think she was in Battle Royale. He saw her in that. And it's like, oh, this one's cute. I want her in my movie. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, and then I was also thinking Have you guys seen the Bullet Train movie with Brad Pitt? Because there's a female assassin in there, and she was the girl who played the Munchausen victim in the Gypsy Rose movie about that.
Jamie King.
Yeah,
Jamie
she's
King.
this cute little assassin that her whole thing is like, nobody suspects me because I just look like a normal girl. Like, I have pink stuff and bows, and that's another cool one.
Check it out.
There's actually two. Wobbs, there's two hit women in that one. There's her and there's Zazie Beetz as Poisoner.
Oh, yeah. Most of the movie, my two favorite characters were the dudes who kept switching names. Those were my favorites.
But have you a favorite kill from any particular movie by a kind of hit woman or henchwoman or assassin? Female assassin?
I would probably say the fight between fucking the bride and O-Ren Ishii, where she cuts her fucking head off. That was so good. Honestly, the fight between her and Daryl Hannah in the trailer too, because that was amazing choreography.
Yeah, it was.
Looking out her eyeball. Reno Ishii is based on a 70s samurai exploitation kind of movie called Lady Snowblood, which is itself is based on a manga.
I saw that on a list today, and I was like, I need to see Lady Snowblood.
Yeah. But again.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
I was just going to say a couple things from the chat. Brian, Mark actually mentioned Lady Snowblood, and I haven't seen it yet either, but Christian has said it's really good. Also, Brian says, would Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt count?
Oh.
Yeah, because she's an assassin. Like she dresses up as like a dominatrix and breaks a dude's neck like at the start. So.
Mm-hmm. And Mark says you can technically say Passenger from 2020, Brandon Cronenberg flick. Yeah, it is also another one that could be considered one. So and.
Oh, sorry, Jen. Go on.
No. That's it. I was just keeping an eye on the chat for you, darling.
No, thanks a million. Ethel, have you any favorite kind of hit women, or I really need to stop using the term hit women because it's just.
Well, you know,
I've just been saying female assassins because I kept trying. I was like, "Yep, that's the best."
Sometimes you gotta. No. What would bounty hunters count?
Yeah, fuck it. Go.
Yeah, I was thinking that too because I thought about Cowboy Bebop. So yeah.
Like, well, that's always good. This might be kind of a deep cut of my own, but I like Iria from the Zerum movies. You guys ever see those?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, they're Japanese. Well, basically, she's a bounty hunter, and she's hired to go track down this machine. Well, it's sort of a biological machine it was created in a lab, and it's like this crazy monster thing, and it makes other monster things, and it's got all sorts of practical effects and gore in it, and she's just kicking ass and taking names in the movie. And the sequel's pretty good too, only it's kind of weird because it sort of ignores the first one.
It sounds a bit like Tokyo Gore Police.
Oh God, I love that one.
I don't know, kind of in the scope of practical effects, but it's different. Oh, it also had an anime too. There was an anime for it as well, which is slightly different on the plot, but basically the same kind of thing. I think the anime followed a manga, which I never read the manga
though. Any other kind of series or movies or video games even? I shouldn't have bounced over Wabi so quickly. I'll go back again, but is there any kind of video game assassins like Nina Williams from fucking I'm not forgetting the name of it, Tekken? Is there any other kind of female assassins from any other media that you're interested in? That
Well, we've already mentioned we already mentioned Nikita, so can't mention that again. I really should have taken notes. But
you're okay.
yeah, I don't know.
Again, doesn't have to be movies. Could be from comic books. Can be from TV shows. Can be from video games. I know there's like Copperhead in the Batman comics. She's like her bones can kind of dislocate, and she can poison you with her bite. And
there was Silver Sable.
Oh, Silver Sable.
Yeah, was she an assassin?
Yeah. She worked for Shield for a while. She was an assassin.
Yeah.
And if you guys haven't seen it, it's absolutely adorable. It's the most wholesome thing I've ever seen. Spy X Family. This spy wants to kind of infiltrate a school to get to this dictator. So he ends up adopting a little girl who he thinks is a genius, but she has psychic, or no, she has telepathy. Is it telepathy? She can read minds, essentially. And he also needs a wife, so he finds this woman he thinks is a klutz, but she's an absolutely lethal assassin called Yor. And it's funny. Like, she's absolutely lethal, but she can't cook. And she's like, "Oh my God, you're gonna poison us!" But yeah, trying to. Wobbs, is there any video game characters that are assassins in any video games you played?
Been going off. They reminded me of Ada Wong from Resident Evil, classic. She's hot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Black Widow. And I was like, I feel like Black Widow was an assassin more when she was Natasha, Bornoff or whatever. After she got to be Black Widow, but she definitely started
when she was. Yeah, when she was inducted into the Red Room, she was an assassin for the commies.
And then Monsoon from Metal Gear Rising, another great female killer.
SS Sniper Wolf. No, Sniper Wolf. SS Sniper Wolf is a cosplayer. But Sniper Wolf from Metal Gear Solid. And you also have the Quiet, who has either the worst or best costume ever. Sure, Hideko. Sure, Hideko. She has to breathe through her skin, so she can't have anything covering it. Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Makes perfect sense.
At least he came up with a reason, I guess.
Apparently, okay. So apparently, for any of you guys who are thirsty fuckers, right? And you're playing Metal Gear, you're playing the last Metal Gear that comes out. If you hide in a dumpster enough, right, you will have to go shower, and if you get your trust rating up high enough, the Quiet will shower with you and ladder you down. Just, you know. But you have to get her trust right up, and she'll also use her rifle to light your cigarettes if you switch your birthday to the day that you're actually playing the game.
Oh,
it's fucking weird.
Metal Gear has always had ahead of its time weird shit like that, though.
I never played 5, but apparently there was sexy fucking assassin mech women in it as well. I don't know, Japan. That's my answer to it.
I thought of another one. They got Kasume and Ayami from Dead or Alive. They were both ninja chicks, so I'm pretty sure they were doing some assassinations. I always loved Ayane, but that's just because she has purple hair, and I have a thing.
So, fun fact as well. Again, another thirsty fact. If you put the age limit up to 99 in the older Dead or Alive games, those tits would go in any direction.
Yeah,
You
it's
were
like
jumping up and
space
down.
jiggle tits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any which way, Marty?
No, like literally, they looked like they were trying to say hello to each other. They had their own, like, it was the craziest shit.
Ooh.
They gave moon physics.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh yeah, Trenchy brings up fucking Revy. How could I forget Revy? Revy's fucking awesome from Black Lagoon.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about in chat, because I was like, wait, the chick from Black Lagoon was a bounty hunter, right? Because she was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Roberta as well, the maid. The two of them end up punching the heads off each other in the end of one episode. Trying to think.
Wait, there was a lady shredder. What's a Karai Shredder? From Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I don't remember.
Yeah, Shredder's daughter.
Oh, I do not remember her.
Shredder's daughter. She's turned up
Who
in the
had
comics.
sex with him?
Oh crap! I'm trying to think.
Oh, and then Ra's al Ghul's daughter, Talia al Ghul, classic badass bitch.
Talia. Yes, she fucking drugged. She fucking roofied Bruce Wayne. That's how Damien was born. She essentially raped Batman to have a son.
What? So do spies count too? I guess so, because like sometimes their mission is to kill. So like, would a spy count?
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
so.
cool. Yeah, Ethel, if you have any kind of spies or anyone you want to bring up, work away.
Oh well, no, I was just thinking because like there's a whole bunch of spies. Well, obviously because it's a spy movie series, but you know the Bond movies they had a few femme fatales in them that I guess could count.
Xenia Onatopp, Tamika Johnson.
Hey, DMC. DMC brings up Gina Rollins as Gloria Swanson from Gloria from 1980.
I've never seen that one.
I haven't either. I'm not familiar, but I might put it on a list.
Lena Olin's character from Romeo is Bleeding. She's an absolute fucking psychopath. She's awesome. And Mona is her character's Mona, and I think the developers of Max Payne based Mona Sachs on her character because she's like a fucking hit woman who's like fucking over the cop and stuff. It's great. There's a scene where she tries to bribe Gary Oldman into letting her go, and he's like he falls for it. And she nearly fucking screws him to death. It's an interesting scene. And another dangerous sex scene involving a Russian hit woman. I don't know if you've seen the movie Thursday, guys, but Thomas Jane owes a mobster money. He leaves the gang, but he ends up screwing over the mobster. And this character, played by Paula Polatsky, plays Dallas. And she basically, he's trying to keep his kids. He's trying to keep custody of his kids, and she turns up to get the money off him, and there's a social worker there, and she pretends to be his new girlfriend and does like a line of coke and like shows her fucking vag and everything to the social worker, and he gets annoyed, so she knocks out Thomas Jane and threatens to kill him if he comes while they're having sex. It's a crazy fucking scene.
The ultimate Black Widow.
Yeah, it's called Thursday.
That reminds me of that woman that was like killing people with her legs in the Bond movie.
Yeah, Xenia Onatopp.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xenia Onatopp. Who was? Oh, fucking Ethel. Who was? She's a singer, like a really strong African American woman. Roger Moore movie. Grace Jones. Mayday.
Yes.
Yeah, she was fucking crazy.
She definitely counts.
Marty, you haven't said. Do you think women are more deadlier than men, or do you think it's a case by case thing? Or
I think it's like 40% lads think I think it's 40% lads thinking with their dick and 60% you're cleverer than us. So I think that Grace Jones was great in Boomerang. View to a Kill.
Oh yeah, Jinx in the Bond movie. Oh yeah, since I'm wearing my speed suit today, I don't know if you guys have seen the Venture Brothers, but I have to bring up one of the best characters, Molotov Cocktease, because she's just a great Russian assassin. She's just great. If her fucking outfit wasn't such a difficult cosplay, I'd put it on my list, but she's good.
I love the name.
Yeah, she's on. What, like every episode she turns up. You don't know if she wants to fuck Brock Sampson or kill him or both at the same fucking time. It's wonderful.
I always thought, what was it? It was Mother Russia from the Kick-Ass. I think it was Kick-Ass 2. I always thought that was a fun character. Sort of a henchwoman.
Oh yeah, Foxy Jones.
God, there's so many good ones.
Throwing the propane tank at the cops like it's a giant Molotov cocktail.
Doesn't she throw a lawnmower through the windshield of one car as well? And like cut one guy's fucking torso open. That was a brilliant kill.
Dude, there's some great lawnmower gore in movies.
Caligula, too. Or no, first one, yeah.
Okay, Jane, right. I know it was directed by Tinto Brass, and I know most of the actors are porn stars, but there's no way the voice was like that. That existed like that back in ancient Rome. I'm sorry.
Were you there, Marty? Were you there?
You never know, man.
Fucking, I don't know.
I mean, it's fun though. It's creative and it's it's an orgy. I just like the fact that it's basically a porno, and I mean it's cool. I like it.
I watched the movie called Fuck, Marry, Kill the other day because I saw it up randomly and I was like, oh, this might be fun. It's just softcore porn. Don't waste your time.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with softcore porn, but if I'm going to watch porn,
I'm not 14 anymore, so I'm good. It doesn't have a good story. So yeah, just don't waste your time.
I hate it. Nowadays porn is getting better with their storylines, and I'm kind of getting spoiled.
I only watch porn.
Considering stuff.
You're on there critiquing their plot.
Yeah, I am.
It's the only reason.
Jen, considering we reviewed a porno movie with puppets, we really can't fucking hold much of a high bar or standard,
Well, I mean, that had bestiality in it. It was a puppet movie from the 70s that had puppet bestiality. I think that gives it, for the time, it was pretty awesome, Marty.
The dude got sucked off by a fish.
Yes,
a fish.
Great fish.
This brings up a good point, and I think what everybody watching really wants to know, when is the Strokey-Mon review going up?
I didn't put her up to this, Marty. I did not put Ethel up to this, I swear.
Right, okay, I'll do it. I watched, okay, just full disclosure, I watched 10 minutes of that porno. Everyone looked incredibly ill. I think all of them were just riddled with STIs. I don't think there was any penicillin or prophylactics used on the set of that movie. Everyone just looks so fucking disheveled and sick.
Not to be a bitch, darling, but that's not what she asked.
Sued. We'll do it sued.
Hey, Christian. He would like to point out that the movie has a man with an asshole in his stomach, but the lawnmower is what you find weird.
God, that makes me rethink my belly button hole.
No, look, Christian, I'm not going to totally fucking shit on Caligula because there was probably characters who did that in the movie. But one moment I loved in that movie was where Malcolm McDowell improv'd. He had a dandelion and said, fuck it, and stuck it into a character's arse. Totally unprompted. Oh, where's Ethel gone? I think the dandelion thing scared her off.
Marty, they have dandelions in Ireland, right?
What the fuck do you want to know that for?
Just idle conversation, darling.
I feel like there's something I'm missing to that one.
I can see what's going on in our chat. I'm going to be perplexed what the poor fucking chat in Wobby's stream is going to be like. And that you're not coming near me with any dandelion. Hello, Dice.
Hello, Dice. Bonjour.
But yeah, it's that. Are we forgetting anyone from any comics or fucking video games or movies or mangas or novels?
You're probably
even,
gonna forget somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Marty? What's one of your favorites?
Yeah, probably Lee Dolan's character from Romeo is Bleeding. Jodie Cromer's character, I'm after forgetting her name, from Killing Eve. I originally thought it was like something like fucking Grey's Anatomy, because your one from Grey's Anatomy was in it. But it turns out it's pretty good. If you get a chance, check it out. Jodie Cromer's brilliant in it.
Very cool. Very cool.
Have you guys seen Hannah? My friend brought that up in chat. There's a movie called Hannah. So that was another one that was on my list of like, because when I was looking up shit about Female Assassins Day, I'm like, fuck, there's like 8 movies I gotta watch now.
I've heard it's really good. I haven't seen it, but I do know what it's about, but I've not seen it yet. And there's a show, right, Marty?
Yeah, there's a TV show. But I love the movie because one of our own, Saoirse Ronan, plays Hannah, and she fucking kills it in that movie. And you've got also Kate Blanchett and Eric Bana, and the soundtrack. Christ, I need to find out who the fucking soundtrack is fucking amazing for that movie. I don't know. It's not FX Twin.
I saw her in a movie called Lady Bird, and that's when I was like, oh shit, this girl can fucking act.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Saoirse Ronan kicks fucking ass. She's brilliant. She's also in the Grand Budapest Hotel. She's brilliant in that as well.
Was a good one. Dude, I love all of that guy's movies. I always forget his name, but I love them all.
Wes Anderson.
Yeah, I always fucking forget. Oh, and then my friend Bunny brings up Harley Quinn, which is, of course, one of the best henchmen. But she got better after she grew beyond being a henchman. Once Poison Ivy came and showed her the right way.
Yeah, she was supposed to be a one-off character, actually, Wobbs.
Dude, that's funny, because so was Guillermo on What We Do in the Shadows. It's funny how sometimes people just make a one-off character and like they just do it right and people love them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're like, we got to keep this person. Brian says, isn't there one with Cameron Diaz, maybe Christina Applegate, as a blonde person who's all going to get revenge on a man, not to kill him, though, I don't think. I don't know. Oh, there's a really good movie called Colombiana with Zoe Saldana.
Yeah,
that was a kick-ass movie.
I saw one of the fight scenes from it in the trailer, and then I was like, oh shit, I gotta watch this.
I have a few like that too. I have a list of stuff that I haven't seen, but I definitely Lady Snowbird is probably going to be at the top of my list because I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, there's the story of it is really fucking tragic because the main character isn't the one who suffers. Her mother suffers. She's raped by one of the guards. She gives birth to Lady Snowblood in prison, and then she dies, and the child has to serve out the rest of her sentence. Yeah. So she decides to hunt down those who fucked over her mother. Colombiana's brilliant. Actually, Zoe Saldana played that character kind of twice. She also played her in a movie called The Losers, a comic book movie called The Losers, where you have half the cast of Marvel movies in a DC comic book movie. You have Chris Evans, you have Negan, and you have Idris Elba playing kind of mercenaries.
I feel like I've seen that.
Oh yeah, Ben. Ethel said Mother Russia already.
Oh, my friend Dino brought up Mystique from X-Men. Specifically the books, he said, though. I only recently, like a year ago, found out that there was books. There's books for fucking everything, though. Now, like, the older I get, I'm like, but there's Star Wars books. There's like, literally everything is a book series.
Pretty much.
Oh, Elsa Schneider, Brian. That was an Irish actress as well. Fucking Alison Doody. Yes, don't make fun of her last name.
I didn't know
she was
she was
great.
Irish.
Yeah.
Oh, she's beautiful. I remember that she was beautiful.
Yeah, she played as well. She was a vampire hunter in the fucking kind of weird Dracula that came out in 2010 with fucking another sexy Irish man. It was a series. It was really boring. Bar the sex scenes.
God made us watch that. It was for Netflix, I think, maybe, or for.
Yeah. It turns out Dracula is like an industrialist, and he's using that as a guise to come to London. It was like, fucking hell.
That was a bad one.
It was a snooze fest.
Yes, it was.
Like, there's a scene where Dracula started fighting Alison Doody's character, and then it turns into a sex scene, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, you're getting all your endorphins up, I can understand it.
I feel like there's a whole generation of us that has mixed wires from watching horror movies and being like, I'm scared. Titties.
Exactly. I'm so scared and I'm getting turned on.
Yeah.
Look, do you know what? I'm not going to lie. Horror movies, first time I ever saw a pair of boobs. Vampire Lovers. Bravo. Fucking 9-year-old me, my head fucking melted. I was like, Jesus Christ, look at them. They're gorgeous.
Dude, they didn't even have boobs in Bram Stoker's Dracula, but when he had the scene with his wives, like 10-year-old me was like, yes, I want that. Give me that.
Exactly. Or just fucking Gary Oldman in his hat.
Oh my God, yeah, he's so fucking hot in that. And he's got the voice.
I know. I think that's every girl's like from the 90s, from that time period. That's a movie. And then I've heard some people want to fuck Grandpa Gary Oldman in the vampire, the old one. I've heard some people have a thing for it. I can kind of see it. Yeah, me too.
Actually, hey, right. I'm going to springboard. Sexiest vampire from any media. Any media you want, movies, games, TV shows, books.
Gary Oldman's a good choice.
Yeah.
But for the men, I'll throw out a woman though. There's a movie called Innocent Blood, and it's a French actress, and you might know her name, Marty, but she's gorgeous, and you see a lot of her.
Oh shit, Charlotte. Oh Christ. I know it's. Yeah, she was gorgeous in that.
Yeah, sure. Every guy that who's ever seen that movie, oh yeah, she was hot. Every guy, and a lot of women too.
That fucking sex scene. Oh, sorry, Ethel.
I was just say, great fucking movie. Very funny, very entertaining.
John Landis.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right, Brian.
Oh,
what?
I was just saying, I like that scene where his lawyer is begging him. He's like, please don't kill a policeman on my lawn.
Don Rickles. It was Don Rickles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good movie.
You bringing up Don Rickles, I was watching something, and this guy made a Rodney Dangerfield joke, and the kid was like, who the fuck is that? And I was like, oh, no, we've already gotten there. Damn it. But I was like, he's in that one kid's movie where he's the dog, so pretty much every child can be introduced to him that way, at least.
Rodney Dangerfield. What was the name of it? Something. I know who you're talking about. Like,
I think it was Robert.
No respect.
It was Robert Dangerfield.
That's what. Yeah. Or Ladybugs. If you want a deeper cut with that, you could go Ladybugs. I guess.
I loved him. It has to be Caddyshack for me. Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid. Yeah, any way you want it.
Caddyshack, absolute classic. I'd also throw Easy Money up there as a great Rodney Dangerfield vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I loved him in The Simpsons as well. Oh, the boss's son. Don't worry, buddy. I'm like a rug on Valium. So lazy. But
What other
yeah.
hot vampires?
Ethel, who do you think? Oh, sorry, Jen.
I just was wondering what are some other hot vampires?
Well, you had David Boreanaz as Angel. He was hot.
See, I always liked fucking the guy, the Billy Idol looking guy, Spike. I always like him way more than David.
Yeah.
I think Spike had more personality.
Yeah, he was way. Also fucking Aaliyah when she played fucking Akasha in The Queen of the Damned. Oh my god. I still love that song, Changed by the Deftones, because every time I hear it, I just have that whole scene play out in my head in the bathtub, and it's like, yeah.
Jerry Dandridge from Fright Night. The scene at the nightclub scene. Oh my god, I fucking love that nightclub scene.
Oh, Jed, go on, freak everyone out and tell everyone about your sexual awakening at a very inappropriate age. Go on, you know you want to.
I was 7, Marty. I wasn't too old. But yeah, Jerry Dandridge was a very sexual awakening, and I saw it in that fucking nightclub scene. And like, there's mirrors all over this. They're in this like 80s style nightclub, and like the chick from Married with Children. God, I can't think of her actual name, but she's from Married with Children, not Katie Seagal, but the other one. She was in it, and like they're dancing, and I love the shot because you see them dancing together, but then you go over to the mirror and it's just her. But he is so fucking hot. I don't fucking care, Jerry, and Jerry Dandridge was the hottest. And then he had the side ghoul on, he had his side ghoul. So he was just sexy to everybody. Everyone wanted to fuck Jerry. It didn't matter if you were 7. It didn't matter if you were a guy, a chick. Everyone wanted to fuck Jerry Dandridge. I mean, it's Kristen Bad. Who wouldn't?
Oh, yeah. And of course, Selma Hayek and From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which we all know that Quentin Tarantino just put himself in there so he could have her foot in his mouth. It's so obvious now.
Yeah, it's...
Dude, I don't even like feet at all. I think feet are gross, but she could definitely put her foot in my mouth. I'm okay with that.
I'm not either.
I wonder, is that... I don't know. I mean, maybe it's immoral, but is it wrong for Tarantino to do that? Like, if you're the director...
It's a little weird.
It's weird, but is it wrong? Like, is he wrong to do that? Like, he can do that.
It was a Miramax movie. Fucking, it was a Weinstein production.
Yeah.
These guys were going into fucking, hey, you're going to audition for me. By the way, I'm wearing a towel. Oops, it fell down. That fucking Tarantino fucking sucking her toes is the least fucking sinister shit that happened with that company.
I guess you make a good point. Sometimes I think about it. I wonder, like, is it wrong? Like, because he's not
taking advantage.
Anything. Like, I mean, he is, but it.
But
see, I don't know.
The argument, like, anytime a director shows a girl with their boobs or anything like that, I guess it's the same sort of thing.
Yeah, but he put himself in the scene is what makes it weird. Like, he could have made it be somebody else. I don't blame him really for taking the opportunity, but it is also like, I guess it depends on how she felt about it.
True.
I mean, it's kind of a conflict of interest,
Yeah. But then Hitchcock kind of always imagined himself as Cary Grant, and like he was basically just using another actor, but he saw himself in those scenes with Cary Grant with those movies. So kind of the same thing.
Look, I'm at the risk of Jen fucking shooting me to the Luger. If I was directing a movie, we'd have a scene of Margot Robbie having to smother a dude with her tits. I would have to just throw my hands up and go, okay, I'll do the scene. We got to get this right.
Fuck you, Marty.
It's like 3 takes of Marty like, no, you do it wrong. And then he's just like, you know what? I'll just do it. Here, let me show you how to do it. Then there's like
might have to do a couple takes.
There's like 3 tests of him trying to show it. It's like, you know what? I'll just do the scene.
Christian says Alucard too is another sexy vampire.
Oh my god, fucking Helsing Alucard. Yes. Love him. I've always wanted to cosplay his boss, Sir Integra, because it's a lady and she smokes little cigarillos and she's just fucking badass. And they call her Sir, which I like.
Ooh, nice. That dominatrix kind of into it.
What? Wobbs, what's the name of the psychotic Irish priest in that? He's my
I
favorite
never
character.
remember his name, but he's so good because that he is fully about the righteousness of the church.
Yeah. Fucking.
And they actually got
He's
like,
actually-
the voice is good. Like nobody has a janky accent in that show.
Yeah, I don't know if they got an Irish. I can't tell if it's actually a voice actor or they got someone with an Irish accent. But
Yeah.
it's as you said, it's that good.
And if you can't tell, it's definitely good.
I was just thinking that.
Oh, it's
This one's for
kind
you.
of like how it's like a Fisher Stevens situation where people in India couldn't tell he wasn't really Indian when he was in Short Circuit.
Jesus, that I forgot. I like that would never fly today. Wobbs, do you remember that in Short Circuit? They got a white guy to be an Indian guy.
Yeah, but that was so like common. Like it was nobody batted an eye. Like fucking Rob Schneider's been doing that shit for years, decades, even. Like also Jerry Lee Lewis. Like it's just like we all know it's fucked now, but at the time nobody thought anything of it.
I mean, you had David Carradine playing a Chinese guy for like what 3 seasons.
Good
Well,
actor,
actually-
though.
For sure.
Actually, ladies, is there one scene in a movie that you're like, whatever about today, but how did they get away with that back in the fucking day? Is there any scene in the movie that had you like, who fucking approved this? Have any seen Soul Man?
Is that
Wait,
the
I
one
know what
where
you're talking about. Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, there we go. He brings it up and leaves. I had forgotten about that movie. Oh my god. It could not
no
be
one
made
talks
again.
about it? No one talks about it.
I feel like they did a pretty tasteful job for the time it was made. Like they weren't trying to, like it could have been worse, but definitely
92, 91, somewhere in that area, right? It came out.
Did
around
you guys ever see it was I don't remember what channel did it, but around the same like period in time, they had 2 families swap races and then go do it was equally if not more cringe than that
Wobbs,
movie.
I watched that. The dude was like annoyed that he couldn't say the N-word. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's like,
and
oh,
then the daughter
I
was trying
blacked
to do,
out. I should be able to say it.
Yeah.
I always thought it was weird as a little kid. It bothered me as a little kid, but then I just thought, okay, I guess this is okay. And it's a cartoon, but I think all of our generation is fucked up because of fucking Jem. Because basically the message was like, it's okay if he cheats on you as long as he's cheating on you with herself. She was totally cool with her guy to be like all hot over her. I mean, he didn't know it was her, but still, I always thought that's kind of fucked up.
I always thought that was like Spider-Man and shit too. Like when Mary Jane didn't know, then it's like, dude, you're kind of doing a fucked up thing to this girl by her not like. It was kind of weird.
Well, look. Wobbs, in fairness, when he was Peter Parker, he was with Mary Jane. When he was Spider-Man, he was with Black Cat. 2 totally different personas. Like, it's when the spider's away, the cat will play with his balls. It's just.
What are you saying, Marty?
I'm not saying nothing.
Don't
This
worry,
woman
Marty's
has a
not
gun.
a superhero. I think you're safe.
Hey, Russell, what's up?
Do you guys know what movie my friend Bunny brought up? Whoopi Goldberg played a white guy in a movie, and then she's Googling it. Do you guys have any idea what she's talking about?
Is it Made in America? Or that's the one with Ted Danson, right? But is that the one where she did that? No, I don't think it was. It wasn't Made in America.
Is it Jumpin' Jack Flash?
Might be.
No.
I know.
Whatever it is, I gotta look it up because that sounds really funny.
Ethel?
Go ahead.
Ethel, do you know a movie where Whoopi Goldberg tries to be a white dude?
The Associate?
No, I don't.
It exists. I know what they're talking about. It didn't do very well.
Well, that's probably why I had no clue. Sounds terrible.
Fucking, let's not forget the Duke himself playing Genghis Khan.
Oh, apparently it's The Associate. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that.
It's not good. It was a comedy, kind of. Yes. Genghis Khan. John Wayne is Genghis Khan, Marty. You gotta fucking
Yeah.
Clips of that.
And like if you watch the clips of him talking, it's just John Wayne. He's not even trying. Although I don't know if he would have been more offensive.
That's what I was just thinking. Exactly.
Marty, would it have been
We're gonna take the Mongol horde to Missouri.
And the love scenes.
Oh God.
Love scenes. It's like, yeah. He fucking Genghis Khan raped so many people, but they're gonna make it romantic for fuck's sake. No wonder everyone was cursed with radiation poisoning from that fucking movie. Jesus Christ.
We really gotta talk about it on Trash Fire one day.
Come over to my yurt, baby.
Have some yak.
Was it sexy? Was John Wayne sexy? Was Genghis Khan?
Why are you fucking asking me?
I'm asking everyone.
I never
Was
really
it?
thought it was sexy, but my grandma sure did.
Like, Jen, if I taped my eyes back to my head, would you find it sexy?
I don't know if you kept screaming, moose, you idiot, moose, not cow on wall. Murder by death. Yeah, Peter Sellers made a career out of it, so you know. Is it wrong?
I don't know.
My grandpa.
Who the hell looked at John Wayne and thought he would be a good Genghis Khan? I think he needs a mental
More than
exam.
one, apparently.
Did they
I
make
guess.
his eyes cross-eyed, guys? I can't remember.
No, he just did that thing where like you put your fingers on your temples and pull back, and he just
It looked like he taped it a little bit. Yeah.
That was like, was Yul Brynner still alive at the time? Surely fucking Yul Brynner would have been a better fucking fit.
He was a little creepy himself. Like if you've read a few things about him, in his private life, he was a little bit interesting. But it was a different time.
Like what Yul Brynner? What did you read about it, Jen? What you read about him?
If you've read the book Mommy Dearest, he came to him and Joan Crawford had a very brief fling and stuff, and he came to the door and he wasn't naked, but he was practically naked. He came from the set, and like it was and her daughter Christina Crawford answered the door. Mind you, she was like 7, 8ish, 9ish, no older than 9ish and stuff. And just said she wrote in the book he was a little bit weird, even for Hollywood types. But yeah, they had a thing with Joan Crawford for a minute.
I never read the book, but I've seen the movie.
The book's good.
Very inappropriate that he asked her to hold his towel. He asked her
to make it. She would make the drink. That was her thing. She would have to if Joan Crawford had gentlemen, she would have to learn how to make drinks in like 8 or 9.
So where I'm from, that's kind of normal. Like it's not so normal now, but like I my little sister used to make like it's I don't know, it's normal in Wisconsin.
I'm
gotta
not.
be bartenders early.
I don't think it's a bad thing either, but like people are like shocked about it now. But like she was a bartender.
You know what I always like is I always like those mini bars that everybody has in movies in their office when they're like a big corporate executive like CEO
Dude,
guy.
I've been to a couple people's basements where they have like a party basement after their kids move out and they like build the little mini bar in. It's sick. Like that's my goals for when I get retirement age. I want to have my mini bar with a little fake fireplace.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Oh yeah, and like the mirror countertop and like it's
the cocaine countertop. Yeah.
Marty, can we turn your guest room into like a party room mini bar thing?
Jen,
super retro.
I need all the space I can for all the fucking figures you keep on buying me.
Oh, I love that this is all on me, Marty. You only
Yeah, it is. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Can you believe how selfish this absolute bitch of a woman is buying me action figures? I mean, God Almighty, what kind of soulless monster are you?
I keep telling him he should call the cops. He probably should.
This lady keeps sending me all these little dolls. It's weird.
I take off their clothes, but Marty gets super pissed.
Dude, I was telling somebody about how they make the penises to stick onto them and how I want to make them into earrings, and I got to educate a bunch of people about the stuff that people do with dolls.
Okay. This is new. This is news to me. They make little penises for your dolls?
Yeah, 12-inch figures. Fison,
different sizes, different colors.
Yeah. And you could have big testicles, little testicles, hairy balls, not hairy balls, shaven.
Marty,
oh my God! I gotta go. I gotta go dig out my Ken doll and give him a package. Finally,
for his whole life, he's been waiting.
Jen,
yes.
Jen, or Ethel, you could get a bag of 40 for like $15.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why
sweet.
I make them into, yeah, they're sick.
I'm making earrings.
Yeah, I'm making dick earrings now. This is gonna be great.
We can be the dick
with it because I like to match. I like my earrings and necklace to match. I'd have to do the necklace too. What's
Now,
the biggest size they have, Marty?
Hang on a minute. I'm gonna.
Now, one of the biggest problems of this is, like in the winter when you go outside, your earrings are going to shrink, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But you just give them a little hand job real quick and it'll be fine.
Where's my fluffer? Where's my fluffer?
Ooh, I'm right here, darling.
Holy shit. Okay. Right. Share this item. Copy and link.
Educating here.
Yeah.
Right. So this is news to me.
Me too.
Is this company on Amazon? And how do you attach the little dicks? I want to know.
eBay.
I'm thinking
you gotta.
No, I'm thinking that you just like adhesive glue them on or something. Yeah.
But what if you want to switch them out? Like, is there a way you can like detach?
You could probably put a peg on there. Just drill out a hole, put a peg on your Ken doll, and then have them interchangeable.
That's smart.
Yeah, because sometimes you want to reenact that scene where Ken, he isn't smooth anymore, but he's not exactly a big man, and maybe.
No, I want to reenact
maybe Barbie.
And then you bring in another one and has a big one and like his brother. And
we're gonna cuff Ken.
Marty, I gotta start doing dioramas. I really do. You need to get me a dream house.
Fuck.
Kinkiest
No, we're not
making
world. A miniature sex dungeon.
Well, not just a sex dungeon, like a whole thing, like a whole storyline. I could do this.
Jen, I can see you now. You're making your diorama. It's like the sleazy motel diorama.
Yeah, I could totally do that.
The water bed is leaking.
You get that black light paint, and you just put little splotches on it, and then you can do like a whole Dateline episode out of it. You put the black light out.
Ooh,
Oh
yeah,
my
you could have a whole continuation into a whole murder arc.
Detective Ken, yeah.
Yeah.
All this splooge, but what if this splooge holds the key to the murderer's identity?
We've got the murderer's DNA.
Jed, would you call it Not Without My Penis?
Yes, I would. Darling, are we gonna get to see this penis? And I want to see how big the biggest is.
I can't share it. I gotta share it on an actual. I can send it direct message and stuff. But just look up. Go onto eBay and look up Bison penis.
Okay, I will. Ooh, okay.
Now, wait a minute. So you haven't been equipping your action figures with these Bison penises, have you?
No.
He's saving him for when I come and visit.
He's saying nothing more. I'm like a yes. I'm just gonna let you know.
How else
It
is
does
he gonna be entertained?
Oh my god, now I'm imagining you guys playing dolls together when you get together.
Yeah, we will.
Flirt with your dolls.
I'm trying to do a serious game. I'm like, we gotta rescue the other guys. Oh, but G.I. Joe, we should strip down because it's getting cold. Man, fuck's sake, Jed. God damn it.
Survive with our body heat. Yeah.
Marty, we got it totally. Can we play with dolls when I come up there? Can we have a thing which is time to play with dolls?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can we get a dream house? Can we get a dream house? Like, I think that would be fun.
I think you might like it.
Yeah, we will. We'll
But,
work on the storylines, darling.
Actually, can you remember any of the storylines you done for your dolls growing up? Because
I have.
you made up some crazy ones.
I did. Like I said, I had a whole bunch because I was an only child, so I had a whole bunch of actual Barbies. But I got a kind of I don't know if you guys remember it, but do you guys remember TG&Y? That was like an old discount store. I don't know if anyone remembers it, but we had that. And I did really good on a test once, and we were a little low on cash, but my mom still wanted a thing, so she got me a ghetto Barbie, and I think I liked her because she had dark hair and stuff, and she was my favorite Barbie, non-Barbie, but Barbie, and she lived in my dream house, and like I got another Barbie that had red hair, and my thing, they were sisters, and the one came with a guitar, and she was trying to be a singer and a struggling singer, and the other one took the safe road and got the dream house, and Ken was in love with her sister, and they were like thinking of having an affair, and there was all kinds of plot. There was a murder plot and everything, and there were my other Barbies were like friends and stuff, and there was all this, just intrigue and like affairs. So everyone was fucking everyone, and like,
we've had straight up Days of Our Lives Barbie house.
Basically, yes. And but my parents, like, it was the best babysitter for them. Like, they could just let me have my Barbie house and I'd be fine.
My little weird ass used to make homemade radio shows. Like, I would sit and record them and then listen to them.
I think that's awesome.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, go on, Flo. Go on.
Yay.
Is there any topic you ladies want to bring up? Because I'll if not, I'll probably end it here. But if there's anything you want to talk about or bring up about or anything you're interested or anything,
I'm glad that Bond ladies got cooler over time. That's one thing I'm glad of. Because I've always loved James Bond, and it was one of those things that, like, once I started hitting like 13, I was like, man, all the ladies in these movies kind of suck. They're just there for him to make out with. And then eventually they started being cooler, and it made me happy.
I'm with you on that.
Wobby, who's your favorite Bond girl?
I mean, the first one that comes up is what was the girl from fucking the one with the really dumb name?
Octopussy?
Yeah, that's what first popped in my head, and I was like, "Is that right?"
Yep, it's right.
But yeah, then of course Halle Berry was fucking great.
Fucking Denise Richards. I guess Christmas came early. Fuck
Christmas
you.
Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always liked Ursula Andress from Doctor No.
Yeah.
Good one.
That bikini.
What
about
What about you,
Berry?
Jen?
I was going more for Halle Berry, but I was thinking as dressed as Catwoman. Like, what do we all think about her dressed as Catwoman?
A lot of people talk shit about that, but I thought it was a good movie. I liked it.
I get that.
I'm not too picky
Absolutely
about
hated the costume.
Really? The Michelle
Yeah,
Pfeiffer
Like
costume
Michelle
is
Pfeiffer's
iconic.
better? Did you like Michelle Pfeiffer's better?
Oh yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer's was way better. But Halle Berry's costume was terrible. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. The cowl is the worst part of it. The fucking cowl is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
It just looks dumb.
How did you feel about it, Marty?
Of the Catwoman movie.
Yeah.
I'm with Ethel, as in the costume was naff, but in fairness, Halle Berry done a really good job because she was quoted on saying, "Look, I'm going to try and channel Eartha Kitt," and she fucking done an awesome job, kind of like accentuating the kind of perfect kind of like.
Yeah, because that's not an easy thing to try to emulate in any way.
Yeah.
No, nearly impossible to duplicate. Eartha Kitt was a great Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, bringing up Eartha Kitt. There's a bunch of people trying to tell her daughter online that she's not really Eartha Kitt's daughter because she doesn't look black enough.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, but wow.
Yeah, I saw it recently on Twitter because I follow her, and I was just like, dude, I thought we've gotten like past that,
But then look at the world we live in. Not to get, but look at all the shit that's going on right now. Like certain people, because they're not in the right place, whatever their orientation is, some people don't even want to acknowledge them. You know what I mean?
It's really weird watching all the progress we've made go backwards.
Yeah.
The guy who was telling her she's not black enough, his handle didn't happen to be Junebug, did it?
What happened to him? I haven't heard that name in a long time.
No, look, lads, guys, don't say his name 3 times or the cunt will turn up. Okay? I can't handle the fucker. I can't handle the fucker.
He started a feud with the angry video game nerd, or he wants to start a feud with him. That's the new thing.
Seriously?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Dear Victor Miller. Fucking chode.
AVG.
The fucking human chode. Oh, fuck. Oi. Speaking internet drama and shit, and it's fucking I used to respect and thought the channel was cool and thought the Illuminati turned out to be a roaring cunt.
Yeah, dude, I've known a lot of people who I've watched some of her videos, but I have friends who were way more into her, and then finding all that out was very disappointing.
But the rumors have been around for years, hasn't it? Like, there's been stuff about that's been people said, and she's not that.
Yeah, but for the most part, you think it's like, oh, it's just fucking guy YouTubers picking on a successful female YouTuber, but lo and behold, she turned out to be a manipulative, absolutely see you next Tuesday of a person.
Who was this? Because I missed it. You cut out on my side.
There's a YouTuber called Illuminati, and she does fucking kind of video essays on kind of pyramid schemes and politicians and corrupt individuals. And it turned out she never practiced what she preached because she was an absolutely shitty fucking employer and a shitty human being. And when she was called out in something, she brought out a guy's mental health and how he's going to commit suicide and stuff. And she just fucking belittled the guy and so just real fucking shitty person.
Oh.
Yeah. Nah, I was disappointed.
I didn't know honestly that much. Oh, sorry.
Oh, well, yeah, she did make good videos, but honestly, I've seen stuff like that in like the VTuber community, where there's people who start out and you don't see any red flags, and there's a notorious one that me and my friends liked, and it was a guy, and he would just flirt with everybody, and I've met people that are flirty, but he would only like flirt with people. Like once he found out that you could do art, and then he'd be like, "Oh, can you do art of us together?" And like he was just taking advantage of people for so long, and nobody was saying anything. And then the minute finally that somebody spoke up about it, then all of a sudden, another one and another one and another one shows up, and I'm like, this reminds me of a guy that I used to know that was a piece of shit and lived in our town like his whole life growing up, and then he moved somewhere else and then got like a monicum of popularity and took advantage of it and ended up getting in a whole bunch of fucking trouble and had to move back to the town. And it was just like, some people cannot handle any sort of power.
No. It corrupts you. They say sometimes it corrupts you if I guess you're the wrong type of person.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like there's so many people that start out with good intentions.
I think it's the people who want the power the most that are the ones that are so easily corrupted.
I mean, there's a reason sociopaths are successful, though, sadly.
They're charismatic. If you have charisma, you have a lot. You can have a lot. There's been a few people, though, on YouTube that you kind of go, oh, man, or, you like them, and then you're kind of, I guess that happens with everybody.
Just say directors, musicians, art, yeah, it's just going to keep happening in life.
There was a YouTuber I used to like called Wario, and everyone, like Justin Carmichael, everyone liked him. He was absolutely adored in the community, and he took his own life. And there was tribute videos coming out, assholes of people, just fucking tribute videos upon tribute videos coming out people's ears and assholes. And then it turned out, the reason he killed himself was he'd been caught because he was grooming kids and had assaulted kids and teen girls at fucking conventions and stuff. So it's like, don't have any heroes. Don't have any heroes, kids.
But I'm still going to look up to Mr. Rogers. Nothing bad is ever going to be said about Mr. Rogers. He's a good guy. Yeah. If he ever killed anybody, he did it for a good reason. Yeah, exactly.
Mine's Jack Ketchum. Nothing bad has ever come out of it. He was a bit of an alcoholic, but a nice alcoholic. So other than that, everyone said he was a nice guy.
I just assume every famous person is a complete, utter bastard.
It's safer that way sometimes.
I mean,
he seems pretty cool.
But like, there's been problematic people, but then they'll create something, like they'll create a song or a movie or a book or something that really means something. I mean, it's separating the art from the artist, but it's hard to do that. Like, they have this beautiful side to them, and then the other side is a piece of shit. It's weird that the both of them can coexist in the same person.
I mean, I've also experienced that dating too.
Yeah.
Where it's like, wow, I still see the thing in you that I fell in love with you for, even though I know how much of a piece of shit you are. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why? What's wrong with my brain?
I can relate. Like, there was a guy, and like, I felt it wasn't so much I saw him as a nice person, but I felt sorry for him. It was more like that. I felt sorry for him and stuff, and like, they'd been through some stuff, but they were still kind of an awful person. But there was a part of me, and I'm like, I shouldn't feel sorry for you.
I told you not to discuss our relationship on the last stream.
Not you, darling. I knew you were going to do that too.
Yeah, that's why she wants to play dolls with you.
No, Marty is the best relationship I've ever been in, and stuff. Yeah. Marty's wonderful. Everyone knows Marty's wonderful, though.
Turns out I'm an utter prick. I
like pricks, though, darling. Especially yours.
God. Anywho, yeah. Okay, Ethel, to answer your question, myself and Jen will definitely, before the month is out, we're going to do Stroke 'em On with the actors who look like they're all dying of fucking HIV.
Darling, I hate to do this to you, but like, there was another movie that you kind of mentioned. I'm sorry.
Which one?
Another adult entertainment movie.
Which one? We're not doing No, we're not doing SpongeBob SquareNuts. No.
Oh god, that one is equally as bad.
I'm kind of more for that one, to be honest. I'm more down for that one, but if everyone wants the Strokey Man, that's fine.
You
The
do
makeup on both makes it a horror.
Fine, Jen. Fine. If we're doing that, we're going to do turtles coming out of their shells.
Okay.
Secret of the Use. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I've seen that one. It's okay. It's okay.
Why am I not surprised?
Darling, actually, I want to do Planet of the Playmates. I really want to do Planet of the Playmates.
Okay, so long as we don't have to do that freaky, creepy fucking E.T. porn parody.
I was hoping that we would.
Oh,
Do they all have like, Planet of the Apes prosthetics on their heads? They're
monkeys. No, and there's one. It's kind of, but it was okay. This isn't good. It's like a bad thing, but it's kind of funny. Like they have a gay ape in it, and the gay ape is pink. That should kind of give you the level of the idea of the movie.
Where we're at in there, yeah.
The PC is not this much. It's not bad, and like there's a lot of lesbian scenes. It's mostly lesbian scenes.
You got me back in.
Yeah.
They're lesbian.
There's a good scene where she's in a cage that I actually want to discuss with Marty, where she's in a cage.
Is she go-go dancing in the cage?
I think she has go-go boots on. Have you seen it, Ethel?
No, I'm whoever created this, I guess I'm on their wavelength because I'm having all the same ideas they did.
Yeah,
it was you in a former life, Ethel.
It might have been.
Maybe that's what I should just start directing zany ass fucking movies.
I'd help promote that.
Jen, we could end up doing a deep kind of analytical fucking review of it, just like Intimate Strangers. Jesus Christ.
I liked it. You gotta admit, the telephone scene was funny, Marty.
Go on, do it. You know you want to do it. The Texas accent.
Yeah, so Debbie Harry, the singer from Blondie, she's playing a call girl or not call girl. She's playing a phone sex operator / wannabe singer and stuff. And like she gets a call early in the movie from a client, and he's a Texas boy. What Hollywood thinks when a Texas boy sounds, and he calls her his pony, and she's a good little girl. And like Debbie Harry is kind of monotone, and she's like, I guess I forgot to wear these panties underneath my schoolgirl skirt, and oh, darling, you're my little pony. Good girl. And it's just fun. I was having fun and being charmed with it. Marty, not so much.
You traumatized them a little.
The dude exclaimed that he burst his zipper with his fucking man meat. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my god. Okay, you guys gotta watch this anime. It's called Peter Grill. In the first episode of like the new season, there's a bunch of goblin ladies in heat, and they figure out that they can't have sex with them to get them out of heat. They gotta blow loads in their mouth. So literally in this anime, there are at least 200 different terms for jizz. One is crotch custard. Like half the people in my Discord changed their name to one of the jizz names because we were just like, oh my god, this one's better than the last one. But it's such a goofy fucking anime. Basically, everybody's trying to chase him down because he's the strongest human in the world and try to get his jizz for multiple reasons, and it's just silly.
It sounds a little like Elsa, She-Wolf of the SS.
It reminds me of some guy's D&D fantasy. Like, I'm the coolest guy ever, and everyone wants to fuck me. That's the show. But it's funny.
I'd watch it. How about you, darling?
Yeah, okay, Grant. All right. Okay.
Happy to help. Haha.
The transformation to porn-based review brand is on its way.
Marty Christian says, it's been 2 goddamn years. You failed everybody.
Come here. I'm probably going to wrap it up here, but before I do, Wobbs, is there anything you want to fucking plug while while you're here, while you have the audience.
I'll just tell you guys my schedule for the week because I forgot to finish making it today and put it on Twitter. So tonight I'm going to be playing Gunfire with my friends, and then tomorrow night is Stardew Valley night. Thursday I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm doing something. Friday night's the hot tub stream. Saturday night's community game night, and then this Sunday we may or may not be playing D&D, but also stream.
Very cool. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, good stuff.
Ethel, you're back in the saddle again. When do you hope to start doing the Sci-Fi Sundays and the Watch Along Fridays? When are these going to be kicking off?
I'm working on coming up with a couple ideas because I have some already in the books, but I don't want to do them because the time isn't right yet. The stars have to align for a certain project. So right now I'm sort of coming up with loose concepts and trying to nail down exactly what I want to do. I was going to do something last Sunday, but I changed my mind. I'm like, you know what? I need to wait because I've been gone for a while and I can't just start throwing shit at the wall, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I get that.
So it might be a week or two before we see you back in the saddle.
It might be. I want to have the right inspiration. That's what it's all about. So you got to have it. It's got to be you got to. I don't know. It's got to be there.
I admire your dedication because that's the reason I don't do YouTube, because you really do gotta like streaming live and making content that you're editing and stuff is totally different things. I do just throw shit at a wall and see what sticks.
Well, I kind of do that with these kind of streams. I maybe have a springboard topic and then fucking bounce from there. Like I don't like stuff being too rigid.
Well, I've tried
for fuck's
editing.
sake, I'm walking into this.
You walked into that one though. But yeah, like I've tried editing and making like anything more than like a TikTok is just like seems so daunting to me. So when you guys do shit like that, it's very awe-inspiring to me. Where I'm just like, God damn! I just sit and look at an editing program and I'm like,
Well, it's the funny thing about it is once you start working on a project and you start editing it and putting it together, it's almost like a video game. You know, almost feels like you're playing a video game. You're like, oh, well, I can just move this over here and put this. Oh, look at how this came out. You know, so I want to get back.
Putting that mindset into it might actually help me with that. So thank you.
No problem. Give it a shot. It's fun.
Yeah. It'd be cool to see.
Jen.
Yes.
My babe, my lady. You're in good form as well because the prodigal son is returning
On Saturday.
Right.
Christian is coming home on Saturday, and so unless the fucking airline gods make him delay, he will be back on Saturday. Thank you, Jesus. I know you guys are thinking it, and I sure as shit am too, funky. But we might have a video or two before Saturday, but we will definitely be back on schedule. And I know we have the Corn video, guys, and we have Evil Dead Rise. Those are going to be like the two big ones we're going to be working on first. And we have a lot of catch up. And if DMC is still here, we are going to be doing our 93. Don't worry, we just got to see some stuff. So
cool beans. Myself, I got a figure review. I picked up a Star Wars figure today because GameStop is closing in Ireland and they're selling off all their figures and stuff. And yeah, I'm going to also be doing a couple of reviews for movies. I need to find a totally legal copy of Sisu so I can do a review of it. And I'm also going to be looking forward to Across the Spider-Verse. And also, if anyone is interested, any of you babies who were like born the same time as me, Jen, Wobbs, or Ethel, or Cara, or anyone who has been in the door of a video shop and had fond memories of it, let me know. Contact me. I'm looking for people to contribute to Volume 2 of VHS Memories. I've gotten a couple of segments here already, and the deadline will be September. But you've loads of time till then. So if you're interested, drop me a video. Even if you don't want to edit it or anything, I'll edit it for you. You just do whatever. Just fucking brain vomit your experiences going to the video store, and I'll patch it up. So yeah, with that, I just want to thank everyone who was in the chat. Christian was there, Brian was there, Trenchy was there. Who else had we? We had Ben Grin.
Mac was in. Russell Dorsey.
Russell.
Mac was in, and Brian. You already said Brian. Yeah, we had a very interesting chat. Good chat, like a good.
We did, and that's down to 3 awesome guests. My lovely, gorgeous girlfriend Jen Mitchell, the always awesome Wabanashi, and the fantastic Ethel Cross. Be sure to check out these ladies. And with that, I'm going to go get the fuck out of here and enjoy my evening. So,
are you going to get rigid?
Oh, for the love of Jesus. Fuck. With that, good night, folks. Bye.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
It's hard to say.
Bye.
Take care.